We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. Rolling. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Shotgun snap to LAC. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, rolling. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down. try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down in distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Second and 5. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Now it's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Locke's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Locke. This will be caught. Judy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's a 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first down. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Here's Ty Long now to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
On first down, rolling. Again, he finds an opening. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run on first down. Rolling. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes every...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Rosas good with the extra point. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side on the swing pass. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hughes.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 44, Herbert.
And Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off near the 32.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
final shot before half for Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To throw it is Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Judy, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos open the lead up to 34-0. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. On is the punter Long here as he sends this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rolling. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, Eckler. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it. It helped pop that ball free.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air, but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it down to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Clock now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On first down, rolling. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line and pre. Game. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They look to throw. It's LAC. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Watch the run, 44, Mike, 44.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch, switch, switch. Hawk 70.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that's...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it